Hello everybody, I think we are live. Let me just finish getting set up here. Welcome to Sapsucker Woods. You're looking at my glove box. Since I arrived, I have seen or heard an American robin, a number of Canada geese, catbird, gray catbird, red-winged blackbird, house wren, hearing that now. I may have heard a scarlet tanager, I'm not sure. And, song sparrow. And I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so we're going to take a walk around. Hopefully things are... Hold on. Did I mess up? Yeah, I messed up. That's annoying, but I'm not going to be able to fix it. Okay. Anyway, let me get a tripod set up and we'll see if we can take a walk around. No, I forgot one, and that was, well, I'm hearing also American goldfinch right now, but I did hear also a common yellowthroat as I drove in. So, like I said, we're going to take a walk around as best we can, see whatever we can see. I've got wires tangled around my camera strap, which is very annoying, but I can't do anything about it without disconnecting you, so I'm just going to have to live with it, I think, unfortunately. Have to listen. I wonder if I did hear a tanager or not. I don't know. Oh. And if I did, I mean, there's no guarantee I'll find it. Nothing I can do about the wires. Again, without disconnecting you, which I don't want to do. So it's still quite warm. You can see it's sunny. It's upper 80s. Unremarkable drive back from Montezuma. No surprise. As much as I like to see whatever might be swimming along in Cayuga Lake on my way to and from Montezuma, I don't usually expect to see that much this time of year. It's really in the spring and in the fall. The migration seasons. So I'm hearing a gray catbird. And I'm not hearing whoever it was that sounded like a tanager. So I'm not going to bother going over there. Just heard a swamp sparrow, I believe. Check up on all of you and make sure that we're up and running. us here on the walkway. Hello. I may be hearing cedar waxwings. Let me check up on you. Make sure we're up and running. Pictures of birds and anything else, and maybe even you. Nope. Okay, it looks like we are up and running. I believe I just heard mourning doves in flight. Didn't see them and didn't hear them, vocalize, but I heard their wing flaps. Hearing the robin sing. The Canada geese, by the way, I saw them. They were on the other side of Kip's barn. So I don't know if we'll see them while we're here today, but I mean, I've seen them. Saw them as I drove in. Watch your step here. Goose droppings here and there and there and here. Just heard a downy woodpecker. Oh, and I see some kind of a flycatcher, I think. Let's see if it comes back, and it did. Okay, hold on. I'm guessing it's a phoebe. It looks like one. Just heard a belted kingfisher. Hey. I think if that was a phoebe, that landed over here. Someone just flew in front of me. I don't know who it was. Okay. So I'm going to, before walking any further forward, closer to the water, let me have a look around before the sun gets in my eyes. Oh, who's this? Oh, I did see a chickadee, by the way. Saw it and heard it. Thought I saw someone. This is an American goldfinch. I'll hold still. That's the wind, that's not me. Lighten it up just a little bit. So while you're looking, hold on. Oh, okay. I was going to say, while you're looking there, I was going to look around. Okay, while you're looking there, I'm going to look around, okay? I just don't want to walk any farther forward and get the sun in my eyes just yet. That being said, I don't see anything. Somebody's making noise behind us. I'm not sure what. It's hard to walk here with the droppings. Oh, cedar waxwing there. Okay. I thought... Oh, it moved. I wonder if there's something else going on. Hold on. Here, there are at least a couple of them, but now I can't see either one. Okay. And let's go back to... Okay, there's a squirrel above me. Okay, let's head towards the water. Hopefully I won't step in something. I don't believe we're going to be here near the water very long just because of... I just don't see anything. It's the lighting here, looking in the direction you're looking, isn't bad, but the sun is in my eyes, so it's hard to see out there very well. I think we're just going to get to the trails. Very shortly. Morning dove. I may have heard just now a warbling vireo. Maybe. Okay, we're going to get to the trails now. Did I just hear an eastern kingbird? Possibly. Thought I saw some motion up here. Oh, I did see some motion, but what is it? Where is it? Might be a chickadee, but I'm not sure. was in the pine tree here. At least that's the last place I saw motion. Oh. Definitely hearing a catbird. Oh. Oh shoot. Come on, button. Come on. I saw whatever it was and I couldn't get the button to engage. I don't know what it was, but it looked like a finch of some sort, but I'm not sure what. I am hearing, I believe, an alert call from a robin. Sounded like it anyway. I'm not hearing it any longer. Oh no, I am hearing it. Hearing a catbird to our left, maybe on the other side of the road. Oh no, it might be on this side. I don't know. Sounded like a swamp sparrow. I did see something there, but I don't see it now. What is that? Is it a robin? think so. Look with binoculars. Did look like one and it took off, so. The breeze is welcome, but you know, we're in right now getting into shadier areas, so it's not so bad. It's going to be worse in a few days anyway. So that's a swamp sparrow we're hearing. And let me just look around with binoculars while you're just looking at the beautiful scenery. Well, you know what? Here, look at that. Hearing a blue jay. Red squirrel. Oh, it was down there. It's really a pretty area of the woods. You know, before, even though there's not much water down below, things haven't dried out yet. So, you know, still looks nice. Once, if it gets really dry and things get tired, and they'll get tired looking eventually anyway, as you know, as we get later and later into summer. But it's looks fresh and green right now. I may have to stop and apply bug repellent. Again, I'm trying to get away with not wearing it if I can. Pretty sure I am hearing eastern kingbird. don't hear anybody singing in the immediate vicinity. You know, I'm not hearing any wood thrushes or veeries or ovenbirds. I heard something from over here, but it could have been just something, you know, something falling, a leaf or something like that. I just heard an eastern wood pewee. Okay, I hear something again. I don't see it though. Some people walked by, but that's not what I was hearing. I heard something. The first sound was closer, and then the second one or two sounds sounded like they were a little farther away. It may have been some kind of a creature on the ground, I don't know. This is it's in this area that we saw a few weeks ago the wood thrush nest, and in the same week I saw the ovenbird. So I'm kind of on the lookout here. Now, you know, what makes it a little more challenging is there's some breeze, and with the sun coming through here and there, as the branches move, I see the, you know, shadows moving, and so that can be a distraction. You try to tune it all out. Well, I'm not seeing anything or anyone. Let's keep moving along. Now, last week we also had the good fortune to see and hear barred owls. And I can tell you, when I was here on Thursday night briefly, I was very much hoping to see one or two, and unfortunately it didn't happen. Haven't heard any owls today. It's always nice to hear one, so you know that they're maybe a little bit active, and maybe you have a chance, and of course the sound can draw you to them. But you know, when you're looking up into the canopy, you can see. I mean, it's difficult to see anything up there. So we were lucky last week. I would love to have some luck like that again today. I just wish I kept going over it afterwards. Why did I move? And you know, I don't know if I would have had a clear line of sight if I had stayed put. Maybe I would have. Maybe I should have. Eventually, we had just one in sight, but because one had taken off. We're hearing an American goldfinch. So, it was in this, up a little bit further ahead, I believe, in this stretch, that we saw the owls last week. Now, this is their territory. Doesn't mean they're on this side of the road, for instance. But things change year to year, but they, I believe they're known to be consistent. They don't move around all that much. But things have been different here. Like, for instance, you know, last couple years we've seen a lot of wood thrush and veery activity in this general area, but not this year. And maybe it was just luck last year. We kept seeing them. Maybe it was something else. Thought I heard something. Woods are quiet. You're not even hearing a vireo, for instance. Usually you hear at least one. Even on, you know, sometimes a really hot day, and it's not, I don't believe it's that hot right now, especially down here in the shade, but anyway, you know, sometimes a really hot day will quiet everybody down, and you won't hear much in terms of vocalizations, but you might still hear a vireo. All kinds of singing energy. We're not going to walk too much farther, I don't believe. What time is it? It's it's getting there. It's 20 after 6, so I better not. I don't have time to, I don't believe, to really walk for an extended period here. Unless we hear something. Even before those people told us of the barred owls last week, you know, hearing them was wonderful, because I knew there was a chance after that. Hold on, did I see something? Maybe not. Now that I think about it, you know, I don't believe in this time of year, once the trees have filled in, I don't know if I've ever, you know, seen a barred owl here without vocalization first. The only other place where we did see a barred owl. It was a couple of years ago, a few years ago. It was on the other side of the road, and it was actually down at a lower level, and I believe we may have heard you know, other birds calling the alarm because of it. And then as we came close, we did see it briefly, but just too briefly, and it flew away. And it was too bad because we would have had a good look at it had it stayed put. It was kind of in the open, down relatively low altitude, and well, elevation, I should say, is a better word maybe. Okay, I might be hearing a vireo now. If I remember right, that day when we saw the owl, I may have been, you know, pulling or pushing the cart, and I would have had to have time to set up and everything, and it would have been a clearer view than this camera can do, but you know, it takes more time. That's why I like this setup. It's quick to engage and get a decently close look at something, even if the quality isn't quite what the other can do. When I came here the other night, though, I was with the camera scope combination. And the reason why is because, you know, I could see with my own eyes, and I didn't have to worry at the time about anybody else seeing what I was seeing. But, you know, with you, I mean, it's kind of confusing and maybe irritating if you're just looking through that other camera sometimes here. It's not perfect for, you know, for walking around. So I believe that's a red-eyed vireo we're hearing. That recording birding by ear I've told you about, which is, I don't know how old it is, it's not new by any means. I think it even talks about the red-eyed vireo as being, you know, kind of frustrating because sometimes you know, you're in the woods and maybe it's hot weather or something like that. I can't remember what it said about it, but and all you're hearing is a red-eyed vireo, which may be up high in the tree, so you can't even see that. And so you're struggling through the heat or whatever, and it's the only thing you can hear, and you can't even see it. Not sure what that was. I've only seen one red-tailed hawk today, and that was one of my neighboring hawks this morning before I left. On my way back from Montezuma, I saw one hawk in the air. At first I thought it might be a red-tailed hawk, but it did look a little small, and then when I had a slightly better look at it, even though I was driving, I decided it was a Cooper's hawk instead. By the way it was flying, by its longer tail. It was being mobbed a bit by some other birds. often, you know, I say in this area of the woods that things are quiet, but, you know, again, I'm not even hearing wood thrushes or veeries. Now maybe it's a little early. Like last night, granted different woods I was listening to, but last night it was later than this that the wood thrushes were singing. I don't know when they started singing that, you know, yesterday, but we heard earlier in the day, we heard a couple of wood thrushes singing, you know, at Van Dyne Spoor, so who knows. You know, I'm doing more looking at the ground than anything else. I probably should be also looking at least at some of the, you know, eye level branches and other things. I guess I'm trying to do that a little bit, but as I've said before, you can only look in so many directions, and you know, there's a lot to cover. Hear a chipmunk. I don't know if it's calling because of us. Probably, if I had to guess. I believe we're hearing American goldfinches up ahead. hear an American crow. Kind of reminded of how things were on Thursday. Just didn't see much. Actually, I may be seeing less so far today than seeing and hearing than I saw and heard on Thursday. At least on Thursday, for instance, I kept hearing, we've heard one, but I kept hearing house wrens, and I believe I heard a few common yellowthroats. I eventually, near the end of my walk, heard a wood thrush. Don't believe I heard any at this point. It wasn't a long walk on Thursday. I wanted to get to the campus, but I saw you. Where'd you go? There was like a frog on the trail. Here it is. Geez, I still don't see it. That's not it. I believe I'm looking in the right spot. Maybe not. There's a frog there, so you might want to not walk on it. Didn't care. Song sparrow. very quiet walk today so far. I believe I'm hearing a house wren. I'm going to look around. Yes, I am hearing a house wren. Sounds like I'm hearing a nest, maybe, with young in it. I don't know what kind, but it just sounds like it. Otherwise, though, I'm not seeing anything. Hearing a catbird, I think. Yes. We're going to move on. We're not seeing anything here. Alright, let's go. The gentleman back there was doing something. I don't know if he released something into the water or if he was taking something out of the water. Just heard belted kingfisher again. And he's flying through the woods. Two of them. They just flew through the woods. One, I don't know if it was chasing after the other or not, but there were two. I was just saying, you know, you sometimes see them in places you wouldn't expect. You might think, oh, they'll just stay near the water, but sometimes you'll see them maybe not really stay much in the woods, but they might be seen in a wooded area. I think they do travel around a bit. So that singing we're hearing now is a house wren. Well, we're not hearing it now, well, we were. And I just heard a common yellowthroat. Okay, the house wren, hold on a second. Nope. May be near, I'm not sure. I hear, you know, I hear continued vocalizations, but I don't see it. I'm not sure where it is, or if it's even visible from, you know, from our location. Okay, maybe not. Moving on. You're hearing a kingfisher again. And I just saw one, possibly two, I'm not sure. Well, one just flew that away, the one I definitely saw. And I thought I may have heard another vocalization around there. And not sure who that was. May have been a crow, but I'm not sure. Common yellowthroat. Excuse me. Okay, let me set up here a little bit more comfortably for me. Okay, don't know why I didn't catch that. So the belted kingfishers have been flying around a bit. This looks like a robin. And green heron. Okay, I thought possibly the first time I saw what may have been, I said it may have been a crow, but I wasn't sure. I thought it might have been possibly a heron. Hearing a catbird. That was a gull in the air that I failed to get because of the way this camera works. My fault. I knew better. It's a great catbird anyway. So, and what I wanted to show you, let me, oh, hold on, my wires are caught on the tripod itself. Okay, somebody's pounding heavily. I'm not sure if we're still live or not. We were disconnected, my fault. And I've got something going on with the tripod, so. Hopefully we're still live. Let me see if we are. Looks like we are. We saw a green heron just before, oh, I see a northern cardinal, just flew across the way. My phone is falling off my belt here. Okay, got that back in shape. Let me check up on you to make sure that we're still up and running. Okay, I guess we're live. Yes, we're live. Okay, good. So we're hearing an eastern kingbird, and I've been hoping to show you, if I could get things organized here, I was hoping to show you also gray blue heron. Looks like it's trying to cool. a guttural fluttering, and hearing a common yellowthroat and a well, maybe at least one catbird, maybe two. Oh no, common grackle. Just saw a grackle and a catbird. Okay, so that's the first grackle we've officially seen today. And here is the kingbird. Again, eastern kingbird. And it sounds, well, you know, I'm not sure. I was going to say, it sounds like there may be a second one vocalizing, but maybe it is just this one. I'm not positive. And it's flying across the way, and now it's up here. So we have seen at least one green heron. I may have seen a second one, or maybe it was the same one each time. I'm not sure. And there is one of the kingfishers. Those look like might be grackles up there. Red-winged blackbird. Okay, somebody's pounding heavily. Don't know who. And it sounds like it's, you know, all the way across the pond. Hold on. I still don't seem quite right on this tripod, but okay. I think we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna give one more look with binoculars, see if there's anybody else around, but let me switch back to auto. I don't know if that was a pileated woodpecker pounding, but it sounded like one. Another robin. That sounded almost like a northern flicker, maybe. We're going to take a walk, or at least I should say we're going to continue. eastern kingbird continues to vocalize. We'll be heading to the campus in a short while. I will more than likely shut things down here, drive there myself, and then resume once I'm on the campus. Due to the switching of cameras and things like that. You know, here in this area, I'm not spending so much time looking at the ground because I can hardly see, you know, in a little ways from the trail. You know, back earlier on the walk, you know, there wasn't as much ground cover really. Now, you know, maybe I should and could be looking in just heard a peewee again. In some of these areas, but there's only so much you can see. Just heard a wood thrush, I believe. And we're looking at a tadpole by the looks of things. Looks like it's getting its legs, if I'm not mistaken. But it still has a tail. I thought I heard a wood thrush. Heard one in this area the other night. Bug, leave me alone. I thought I just saw some kind of bird fly across the trail and into this brush here. Can't see anything now. Something's here. I'm not sure what or where it is. Also hearing a house wren, but shoot. Just saw something. Tufted titmouse. Good. We hadn't seen one before today. Okay. Anyway, that's the first one of those we've seen here today. I had heard a chickadee before, but we haven't seen one together. And of the other member of the triumvirate, white-breasted nuthatch, haven't seen or heard one of those yet either. What's going on with these legs? I don't know what's going on with my tripod legs, but anyway. I know it's not level ground, but still. What am I seeing there? Hold on a second. What is wrong with this tripod? Hold on. Won't get level. Something's wrong with it. No wonder. Okay, something slipped. I've never seen that before. These are eastern kingbirds. That must be a nest. I'm tempted to go walk all the way to the car, get the other set up. This is as close as we can get. I can move a few feet forward, but this is as close as we can get. These are eastern kingbirds, not phoebes. And maybe that's why we've heard so much in terms of vocalization. I'm going to see if I can do any better than this for focusing. No promises, but I'll give it a try. They're not close, even with the other camera, if I were to go get my scope and everything. Darken it just a little. This is the first time I've ever seen young eastern kingbirds, and certainly, I mean, they're all on a nest by the looks of things, given how they're all together. If they fledged, it's odd that they're all together like that, and we saw an adult above them. It's certainly possible, but I'm kind of doubtful. Maybe I'm wrong. It may be, I don't know if I see a nest there or not, but they're all right there. I'm looking in on the chat room. What do you think? Should we go to the car and get the other set up and get a closer look? That was a Carolina wren we just heard, and I do see an adult kingbird. I would not mind if the Carolina wren would come within view. So, what's the thought? All right, we are going to do it. We're going to kind of hasten things here, but I think we'll do that. We're going to have to more than likely shut down. Yeah, let's... All right, we're going. We're going to go, and we're going to see if we can get a better look with the other camera. It's going to involve... we're going to walk quickly. I may have to shut things down when we're, to switch cameras. But let's... What, do you want to be dizzy? Is that what you want? Hold on, let me fix this so you can see. There's a beaver, by the way, I see it, but we're gonna... it's right over here. But let's get going. I wouldn't mind seeing the Carolina red either, but now it sounds like it's on, the parallel trail. And who knows, if they're not on a nest, maybe they'll all fly by the time we get back. I don't know. Or move, or even if they don't fly away, maybe they'll just move away. But we're going to give it a try. One thing you know is you never have success at something you don't even try. Now, the thing is, we're taking a risk here. The risk is that, let's say they're going to be, if they're only going to be there for another 1 minute, robin on the trail, and somebody just flew by. If, they're only going to be there 1 minute, and we want that one last minute, obviously we're sacrificing that by walking and trying to get the other setup. but if there's a chance that they'll be there, and if we can maybe improve our look, we won't get super close-ups, but we might get, I think we will get a little closer. You know, I'm thinking, oh, just heard a yellow-bellied sapsucker. This is ridiculous. Every time we're here, these squirrels are all over this one sap spot. And I don't know where the sapsucker is, but you can hear it. Where is it? I'd love to see it. I hear it. I don't know where it is. I know, we're going to get to the car, don't worry. Oh, there it is. Just saw it. And now I can't see it. Oh, come on. And, oh, there it is. Hold on, I know, we've got to get to the car, but... Yellow-bellied sapsucker. Love them. Red squirrel. Not so sure. Okay, we're gonna go. Got people coming. We're going right to the car. I need a few minutes, and I'm thinking I might even get the more powerful scope setup to give us a closer look. There'll be more to carry around, and it gives a narrower field of view, but it might get us closer to them if we need that extra magnification. So that might be a good idea to try. I'll need a different tripod. I'm trying to think if I want to go with that other scope or not. May or may not be a good idea. It may be tough to use on the tripod I'm considering. We're going to have to switch tripods too. So we're going to need a few minutes at the car. I like this camera, and it's been nice to have it, you know, these last several weeks. Songster. But, you know, and it's great all around for here. And being able to carry it on this tripod, which is light, has been wonderful. Setup is quick and easy and everything, but it doesn't have quite the range that the other setup has. Not the one that we've used here, but, you know, the scope camera setup. Each setup has its advantages, there's no doubt. I'm trying to think how I want to do this so I can possibly keep everything going. We're gonna, you know what, I think I'm not going to use the more powerful scope. I'm going to stick with the one I've been using today. The setup for it, it's easier and simpler. And not to mention the fact that it'll be more stable on the tripod that I'm hoping to use. Alright, listen, I'm going to, well, let's, see how things can go here. I'm getting there, I'm getting there. Number of steps have to be taken here. Your cedar waxwings. Oh, that's really annoying. That falls out all the time. All the time. Okay, I'm going to switch cameras now. And I may lose you, okay? So don't panic. Wow. You happen to be looking in the right, well, out a window, but you're in my car. Anyway, I have to take care of this other camera now. I know, this is taking forever. But hopefully it'll prove worth it. Another minute or two, please, if you will. I hope it's all worth it. Deal with this later when I shut down and go to the campus. Come on, wire. Don't fight me. There's no way I could use this tripod, it's too light. Okay, I think we're in business. How'd that get that way? This may be not quite what I want. All right. So hopefully we're in business now. Let's go. Oh, hold on. What happened? Oh, that's not good. That is not good. All right. That's better. So we're walking back and hoping to see the eastern kingbird grouping of young. Maybe a nest, may not be, but it's certainly a grouping of their young. That is without a doubt. See, this is the setup, yeah, I used it Thursday night. But for walking around with you, it's not as good. I mean, you know, this is not the way to see the woods. Not that the other way is perfect, but just heard the yellow throat. But this is overall, not as good for looking around as the other camera is, and even the other camera. It's tempting while we're at, next time we're at, on Wildlife Drive, for instance. Hello. It's tempting, if we're going to have continued problems with camera switching, I may go to the camera we were just using a few minutes ago. It doesn't have the reach that, that this camera has when attached to a scope. But maybe, given how things have been lately at Wildlife Drive, maybe it'll be sufficient. And then if there's a real need, we'll switch and face the consequences. Believe it or not, squirrel's still there. Believe it or not, those sound like green herons. Maybe. We've seen one, at least. Anyway, common yellow throat. I don't just randomly set things up one way or another. I'm not saying I always make the right choices, but I do make choices. I don't, just throw things together. And they look like I do sometimes. There's some people there. I wonder what they're looking at. Could they have seen? No, they're not looking towards the kingbirds. I don't know if we can see the kingbirds from here or not. Maybe we can. Let's stop right here. Hello. I'm not talking to myself. Well, actually, I would assume that I am talking to myself, but I would if I were you. But I'm not. Okay. There's one kingbird. There's one kingbird there. And, that may not be the right spot to look. I thought it was there. You know what? I think they're over here more. Or they were. Maybe they did move. We're going to go back to the outflow area. Maybe the angle's better. And maybe they've flown on or moved on or something. Maybe I was looking in the wrong spot. Here they are. Okay, so we're looking now at the eastern kingbirds. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There's an adult up here. Well, there was an adult up there, and now we see these right here. That is a better view. And let's see if we can improve it just a little bit. I don't know if that was a nest, but they're all right there. Isn't that something? I don't know if I can get that one twig out of the way. Would be nice. But I don't know if I can move sufficiently to do that. It's possible. You can see there's this one here on the left. Still has some of the downy feathers on top of its head. So even if this is not a nest, and maybe it's not, increasingly it looks like it's not, but because I'm not seeing any, well, I don't know what their nests look like, but I'm not seeing any like material or anything. It could be that they were all nested there in that what, bush, tree, whatever, and that they're you know, they've just laddered up or something, for all I know. But I've never seen this before. I'm going to darken it just a little bit. That sun is currently a little too bright on them. Here comes an adult. And by the looks of their reactions, another adult's right nearby. Let me just look with binoculars. Yes, there's an adult above. Right here. So again, if you're just tuning in, we're looking at eastern kingbirds, and there are adults looking after their young who are right here. And I just heard a wood thrush, and I'm hearing also a tufted titmouse. I'm sorry, not a tufted titmouse. Yeah, tufted titmouse. Hold on, and a cardinal. This isn't my very, very steadiest tripod. So we have some shakiness, and we're really looking over, you know, a decent distance and with high magnification. So there's, every time I touch anything it shakes, but I hope you're enjoying this. I am. This is again a first for me, and I'm wondering if I were to move over there, could I get that one twig out of the way? Somehow doubt it. Both, it seems like, certainly we've got two adults doing the feeding. It's not just one. Blue jay. Cardinal. I don't know if it's going to get better if I move or not. See that one, we've got the one, you know, woody stalk in the way, but I'm afraid if I move over to the left to try to get that out of view, some of that other more green, thinner, you know, the thinner stems might be in the way. So I don't know if we can really do much better. Still, this is a treat. Hearing the house wren, hearing the blue jay, hearing the wood thrush. What are you doing? Whoa. Oh, come on. You sneak out so you get fed? Alright, we're going to try moving and see if maybe that I can get that out of the way. I have a feeling the answer is no, but we're going to try moving over here. This is as far as I can move. And that really didn't help. Oh, maybe, well, it didn't help the one that... see, those other green thin stems are in the way now a bit, so we're going to move back. In fact, even back farther than we were. Where'd they go? Don't worry, we won't be here all night. We're going to get going to back to the car pretty soon, or at least make our way there. This is just something I haven't seen before. And maybe you've seen it before, but I haven't, and the tour has not seen it before because I haven't seen it before. I want to move back a little over this way. There's no really good spot. We have that. We're going to have something in the way no matter what we do, I believe. But I'm glad we went to the car and switched to this setup. Give those adults credit. They're back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Takes a lot of energy. And it's not just the flight. I mean, they're gathering food. We're hearing red-winged blackbirds chasing after each other. And while you're looking at them, I'm going to look around quickly with binoculars, and then I think we're going to get on their way. Just saw a tree swallow. I have to say, you know, I wanted to see, you know, great blue herons nesting here anyway, but I really regret the fact that they stopped nesting here before, you know, we had a chance to really look in on them using this particular set of equipment. We could have had some good looks, I think. A dog on the trail. Excuse me, just so you know, dogs are not allowed on the trails?
He's a service dog.
Service dog? Okay. I'm skeptical. Neither one seemed to be using the dog for service. And when they picked up the dog, you know, what kind of service? Wait a minute. Did one just leave? Are they leaving? Are there only two left there? What's going on? Kind of looked away. Let me lock things here, and we'll. And I'm going to take a look with binoculars. I only see the two. Did one fly away? I might see it. Yeah, I think. Yeah, they are flying a little bit, but maybe, you know, I don't know if they're strong yet. Obviously. Just a few more moments and we're going to move on. I know, I said that before. Okay, we are going to move on. Still neat to see. Just want to show you why I regret not being able to... oh, wait a minute. Do they all fly? Yeah, they're all gone. They all took off. I think I saw them. There they are again. So different tree now. That might be an adult up top. I'm not, but they're able to fly, including the one with the downy feathers on its head. But, you know, the parents are still feeding them. Yes. Okay. Anyway, just a quick look up at where the nest used to be, the great blue heron nest. Hold on one second. What's that? Okay, catbird nearby. Anyway, you know, this is... We could have gotten some nice looks from here. The nest was, I forgot exactly where. But I mean, we would have had some nice views from here. Oh well, maybe someday. Here, a great blue heron vocalizing. We better get moving, it's getting late. Okay. Oops, didn't want to do that. Okay, all right, let's do some walking. We'll finish our walk here, maybe in an abbreviated fashion, but we'll do it. Was that worth it? I think so. Now, maybe they weren't in a nest. I would have liked to have seen a nest, but that's okay. Clearly, though, they look like they're still young and have recently fledged. But even the young one with the downy feathers on its head could certainly fly, but they're dependent on their parents. Maybe they don't have to be, but they are. You know, what I'm saying is I don't know if they're capable yet. Hold on, let me get the tripod so I can carry it. Maybe they don't have yet the skill and you know, development yet to catch food for themselves. I really don't know. Kind of doubt it, but bet that squirrel is still there on the sap. We're not going to even look at it. We could get some real close-ups, but we've seen them well enough, including when there were two there. We will, I think we'll walk out. By the way, this changes, all this changes the plans in terms of getting to campus. I might just keep things running. Although, oh, you know what? No, I shouldn't. There's a reason why. It's a battery power issue. And yes, the squirrel is still there on the sap. You wonder if the sapsucker ever gets a chance to get in for itself. Sounds like a bullfrog chorus.